Hi, and welcome to the first episode of Tasty Tuesday, brought to you by Transition Nutrition and Fitness Coaching. I'm Angie, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make one of my favorite treats, which is sweet potato chips. Not only are they tasty, but this is a healthy snack because it's made oil-free and salt-free as well. Not only are these my favorite chips, but they're also my grandkids' favorite chips. Every time they walk in the front door, they say, "Grandma, we need chippies." So today we're going to be using golden sweet potatoes, which are also called Hannah yams or Jersey potatoes. Now I've experimented with lots of different kinds of sweet potatoes, and these make the sweetest and crispiest chips. The other ones, in my opinion, kind of taste like dirt. So you start off with a potato about this size. It's about a 3-inch diameter, I find, that makes the perfect size chip when it's all done. Your chips are going to shrink significantly once they're cooked, so you want to make sure you don't start off too small or your chips end up very, very tiny. I'll be using a mandolin made by OXO. I want to tell you that it's very important to have a sturdy countertop mandolin, not one that just fits over the bowl. I tried lots of different types of mandolins because I really didn't want to spend the money on a really good one at first, and I ended up almost cutting my finger off several times. So you want to invest in a very sturdy mandolin. You need a mandolin because unless you're a lot better than I am with a chef knife, it's very difficult to get a consistently sized chip so that they all cook at the same rate. So you start off, I cut off one end of the potato to have a nice even surface. I have my OXO set at 1/8 of an inch, just a hair under. And I simply grasp my potato like this and begin to slice. Now this mandolin does come with a guard. But what I have found is that the guard makes it very, very hard to use for chip making until I get down to a piece that's fairly dangerous for me to hold by my hand. So I start off just holding my potato in my hand and going down across the blade of the mandolin. You do want to make sure your mandolin legs are on the countertop, but I do use a rubber cutting mat to collect the potatoes underneath. And you just glide and slice. After you have sliced up about, I would say at least one potato, but we'll stop here for right now. Then you're going to want to start putting them on the silicone mats. Now I make these potatoes in the microwave because I've tried the oven, I've tried a dehydrator, they just don't crisp up the same and they're not as good. So I use these Mastrad mats that I got at Amazon. They come in 2 in a pack, and I bought 3 packs so that I can rotate them in and out and make the chip making process a little bit faster. I believe there's one set that actually comes with a small mandolin, but I wouldn't recommend using that mandolin to try to make the chips. Sweet potatoes are pretty hard, and you need a mandolin that's sturdy enough to cut through it very quickly with a nice sharp blade. So this is what it looks like after the first 8-minute rotation in the microwave. Now I'm going to take and simply rotate the top to bottom all the way up. And now I'm going to put them in for 6 minutes. When I rotate them, you're going to notice that the trays on the bottom are starting to look a little more done. They start to get this golden hue as they finish cooking. You want to make sure at this point you watch very carefully because they very quickly go from almost done to burnt. So this time I'm going to rotate them. I'm going to put them back in for 3 minutes. Now after the last 3 minutes, you're going to notice that they're getting very close to being done. Some of them, in fact, are done. You'll also notice the closer you get to the bottom ring, the more cooked the slices are. You don't want them to get much darker than this. In fact, I prefer them to be around this color. You don't want to try to cook them until they're completely crisp or they will burn. You want to let them cool and they will crispen as they cool. So when we get to this color, we're going to take a colander because you need a bowl that has airflow so that they can cool faster, and put our chips in the colander. Just the ones that appear like they're pretty much golden brown. The other ones will need to cook for just a couple of more minutes, but I do consolidate them onto the trays together so that they don't have to cook quite, I don't have to rotate them quite as many times. And these will go in for about another minute, and then they should be done as well. I won't go ahead and do that right now, but I do want to show you what the finished chips, once they cool, they will become quite crisp. And you have a delicious snack that is healthy, salt-free, and oil-free. I will show you what they look like, just as a comparison, before they were done and after they're done. They do shrink considerably, like I had said. All of the products that I used today, I will have the link for underneath the YouTube video. I am not an Amazon affiliate. I don't make any money off of any of the products, but I do appreciate it when people put the links to the products they use, so that if I am interested in getting them, it takes me right to the exact product. You can also find the link to my Facebook group and my webpage in the links below. Thank you for joining me today, and I hope to see you again next week with another episode of Tasty Tuesday, brought to you by Transition Nutrition and Fitness Coaching.